What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, back with a review of the HyperX Cloud Stinger headset. This guy comes in only $50, and if you guys remember in the past, I've been a huge fan of the HyperX Cloud 2 headset. That thing is one of the best out there, and it's only like 80 bucks. This, their newer, younger brother, only $50. It works for PS4, Xbox One, PC, your Mac, your phone. It works for everything. So this was highly requested. We're gonna take a look at it. I've been using it for around a week now. I'll tell you guys the pros, the cons, all the good stuff in case you wanna pick up the HyperX Cloud Stinger headset. First off, taking a look at some of the features around the headset, there's really not a lot going on. It's very simple. It's lightweight overall due to its plastic construction. Actually, the only buttons on this headset are on the bottom of the right ear cup, and that's where you'll find your volume rocker. You just slide that to adjust your in-game volume, and that is it for buttons. Overall, the headset is very lightweight. It's actually only 275 grams total. But again, it's due to that plastic construction. Since it is $50 only, you can kind of expect that. So I wouldn't be too rough with this and, stretching it and throwing it around if you're raging out and stuff like that. But overall, it feels pretty nice when I'm wearing it. You can see there's ample padding on top of the headset, so it rests nicely on your head. There is a lot of leeway here for adjusting it to make sure that it fits your head. The 50mm drivers do have their very own HyperX memory foam, they call it, on the inside. So again, also very soft on your ears. And they do rotate 90 degrees, the ear cups do, so if you want, you can lay it down flat on your desk. Or the popular thing now is putting it around your neck like this, which I think all gaming headsets should have. So this one definitely does, great addition there. And the last main thing we're gonna talk about before we move on is the microphone. I'll do a mic test in a minute, but it is very flexible. It's like a gooseneck kind of rubber mic here where you can adjust it however you want, which is great. And if you wanna mute the mic, since that's the only inline buttons where the volume here, all you have to do is tilt it up fully 90 degrees and the mic will be muted. You put it down, you hear a little click, and the mic will be unmuted. Now in terms of sound, which is obviously the most important thing about a gaming headset, HyperX always comes through. And I said it in the beginning, with the Cloud 2 being one of my all-time favorites, I really can't distinguish a huge sound difference here between the Cloud 2 and the cheaper $50 Cloud Stinger. Right as you plug it in, you won't be met with any shoddy software or anything like that to emulate some certain sounds, which is great because that way you won't have some unused software on your PC 24/7 slowing it down. But it's also due in part that it plugs into your computer's 3.5mm headphone jack. And also, if you want to use it with the mic, they give you a very long extension cord, which has your stereo and your microphone input here. So yeah, this is not a USB headset, which is another reason why you can use it with all the things like I mentioned, like the Xbox One, PS4, PC, your phone, the Wii U even, it's compatible with the Wii U. The list goes on due to the 3.5mm headphone jack connectivity. But since there is no crappy software, that means you're going to be getting stereo audio, which I prefer 10 times out of 10 over a fake emulated 7.1 or even a 5.1 fake surround sound experience. With these HyperX drivers, the stereo audio you are getting is hands down one of the best I have heard for $50. It's really hard to stress how much of a great deal this is, considering you're spending less than a video game. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 recently to get pumped for Battlefield 1 coming out soon, and the directional audio in these is superb, meaning you can pinpoint footsteps in whatever direction they're in, which is a necessity nowadays in your gaming headset. That's all due part to their stereo drivers on the inside. When you're shooting, you can feel and hear the reverb in the barrel of the gun, and I was so surprised at how good these actually sound, no matter what game I'm playing. And I'm gonna actually say, I'm gonna call a Logitech here, because this $50 headset sounds miles better than the Artemis G933, whatever it was I reviewed a few months ago. $50 over that $200 headset, I would pick this every time. And then before we kind of wrap it up, I'll give you guys the mic test right now so you can hear how it sounds. And since it is adjustable, like I said, you can kind of move it to where you want it to be in front of your voice. And I did hear it in the past. I did my very own mic test so I could hear how it sounded before I did this.
And again, it's kind of what I expected for $50. I've heard a lot better and I've heard a lot worse, but not necessarily in a headset around this price point. I think if you're just playing games or talking to your friends online with, like Steam chat or anything like that, it'll be just fine. Maybe if you're even like live streaming, it'll be okay. I wouldn't necessarily use it for doing voiceovers on YouTube or anything like that, because you should be using an external mic as it is. But just for something like this, casually talking to your friends, it'll be more than just fine, and it's what I would kind of expect for a $50 priced headset.
So to wrap this up with some quick pros and cons, I'm gonna say hands down, for $50, this is one of the best headsets you can buy out there if you're in the market to pick up a new gaming headset, or if you're on a budget. This is just a no-brainer for only $50. I've heard headsets out there that are double, even triple the price and do not sound anywhere as good as these do. HyperX definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to designing and creating a great gaming headset, and this has not missed the mark by any means. I think the mic on this is going to be more than fine for your normal just game and chat functions. Yeah, I mean, it could be better, but $50, I'm not going to complain at all. It is very lightweight, and it's kind of a double-edged sword here in terms of the cons, because since it is made of plastic, if you're very rough and not careful with your things, it could break or crack over time. And the last con that I'll mention, which is definitely a stretch, I would have liked a little bit more padding on the ears. For most people, it'll be just fine, but I'm just used to a lot of padding on some of the headphones that I've used in the past, like my Edition X headphones that I've been using recently. So it's gonna be more than fine for most people. I just would have liked to have a little bit more padding. Definitely a stretch, I know, but $50, guys, you cannot go wrong here. It's one of the best headsets you can get if you're on a budget, and I highly recommend it. So guys, that'll do it for my review of the HyperX Cloud Stinger. Hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at RandomFrankP. Lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.